Hey, what's up? This is Team Limited Slip. I am the driver of the S197 Cycle, and this time we're bringing you back with us to Willow Springs at Big Willow. This will be the team's first time running at this track, so let's see how this plays out.
Hey, how's it going? I am the driver of the S95 and GT500. This is our second video to our track hunting videos. Just to get everybody up to speed, these videos are about visiting different racetracks all over the world, documenting them, and if possible, racing on them. Willow Springs Raceway has been open since the 1950s, and we feel very blessed to be able to participate in an event here, especially since a lot of famous people have been on this racetrack. People like Carroll Shelby, Ken Miles, Dan Gurney, and even the Drift King have been on this racetrack. Just a heads up, we will be making a more detailed video on the history of Willow Springs. But for now, we'll be focusing on the track that we're participating on, which is Big Willow. It consists of 9 turns and is 2.5 miles long. We don't really share what happens behind the scenes, so in this video we're including what it takes to get the cars ready for an event like this, and what we kind of had to go through before the event. And of course, it all begins with a simple inspection and taking care of those immediate items that need to be fixed. And for anybody who's interested and wants to know how to prepare for an event like this, we will be making a video. I guess between our jobs, life, and all these other variables, we had a lot of things to squeeze in 2 weeks. However, it's all part of the fun. I'm just glad we made it. Alright, so let's get to it. This is my 1995 Mustang GT, and I've been using it for road racing for the last 3 years. This used to be my drift car, but then I got into road racing. A few years ago, I upgraded the brakes on this Mustang, so I got rid of the GT brakes and replaced them with some Cobra brakes. However, for this event, I was looking forward to upgrading the brake pads because I was using some Duralast pads, which work fine, but I was looking to get more performance, so I opted to buy some Bear brakes. It was a full kit that came with the rotors and pads. So with the brake pads missing, we just decided to go ahead and work on the Honda. So at this point, the Honda SI needed brakes and it needed tie rod ends, and also it needed a brake flush. So right here we're starting out by replacing the tie rod ends in the car. The reason why we decided to change both tie rod ends is because they're really worn, and this car's reaching about 100,000 miles now, so they had a ton of play. So for this event, we decided to replace both of them before doing the alignment. The tie rod ends go connected to the rack and pinion, and they can affect steering if they're worn and loose. And just a heads up, if you guys are interested in watching the full video, we made one. So meanwhile, I was figuring out the brake pad situation. I decided to remove my rotors and resurface them.
I'm pretty sure people don't approve of painting the little cylinder bores, but it's alright.
Jesse, don't do it. He's got over 100 grand under the hood of that car. You can't race without brakes. So I contacted the website I got the brake pads from and rotors, and they told me they will send me the missing pads, but it will take a couple of weeks. And at this point, the pads that were on the car were already making noise, so I have no other option than to warranty them. Once I finished resurfacing the rotors, I went to the store where I bought the brake pads from and I warrantied them. However, they came with some defects. So we warrantied the brake pads again. We went to a different Vato zone and we had the same problem. So we scratched that idea. We went to our own parts department and our parts specialist ended up getting me a set of posse quiets. And if you asked me why I mess with Vato zone brake pads and parts, well, for one, they're cheap. 2, they have lifetime warranty, and 3, they've been working great for the last 3 years of all these events, and I've been able to warranty them a couple times. But just a note, I'm not discouraging anybody from buying parts from them. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But with any aftermarket part, it's always good to inspect them first before installing them. Any aftermarket part can come with defects, so it's good to inspect them first. This time around, I was going to use my Ford Bronco to tow the trailer to the track. Just in case anything happens, we always like taking a trailer. Unfortunately, my Bronco did not come equipped with a tow kit, so I had to install one myself. I ordered most of the parts, but as usual, stuff always goes missing last minute, and I had to order them, but it will take another week for it to be here, so I just used another vehicle.
Hey, what's up everybody? I am the driver of the V35 and I'm here to give you some advice. Always check your parts before you start replacing them. I ordered the control arm for my vehicle and I got an A-style control arm instead of a Link style, which is the one in the picture above right here.
So I ordered some bucket seats during Cyber Monday and I got a good deal on them. I'm going to have a separate video on them, but literally the night before I spent a couple hours assembling them and making sure everything fit and was bolted on right. And like I mentioned, I'm going to make a separate video along with a review on these seats. So if you're interested in these seats or any bucket seat, I'm going to have a simple video that explains how to order them and what to look for when buying them. So we met up at my house around 5 a.m. We had to be at the track for a meeting at 8 a.m. So before that, we also had to get some breakfast. So that's why we were up and early, rushing to the track. So like the guy from the movie Ferris Bueller said, I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't look around once in a while, you could miss it. So catch us next episode. Please stay tuned, keep on building, and thanks for watching. And don't forget, there will be a part 2 to this. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.